Hi guys, Robot1 here, coming at you with a going second Shaddoll deck profile. Now, I've been doing testing with Shaddoll, I've been really enjoying the testing, and I kind of wanted to show you what I've kind of come up with. Now, this build is purely for going second. You're not going to want to go first with this build. You can go first with this build, and if you do go first, fair, good on you. You can end on a window majority of the time. But primarily with this deck, you want to be going second. And that's why I constructed this deck towards, because I feel like going second will be always better than going first in Shaddolls. Just because then you're able to use Shaddoll Fusion better, and you're also able to just disrupt your opponent's board a lot easier and then attempt to go for some OTKs. So, without further ado, let's go into it, because I really have been enjoying Shaddolls, and I kind of want to get into the deck profile and show you what I've kind of come up with. So, starting off, we have free Shaddoll Wendy. Shout out to a mate who keeps doing that. And basically, you want to be playing free of this card. This is literally one of the new cards in the deck that really just makes the deck able to pop off now. And basically, what this card does is, if it's flip summoned, it special summons a Shaddoll monster from your deck in either face up or face down defense position. But that's not what's going to happen majority of the time. Majority of the time, you're going to be sending this from your deck to your deck to the graveyard via an effect to special summon a Shaddoll monster from your deck in face down defense position. Now, what this allows you to do, it allows you to basically cycle into any of your Shaddoll monsters and just give you more resources as quickly as you can possibly get to them. So, this just allows you to get to more combo plays, more resources a lot quicker, and it gives the deck a lot more consistency, especially when going second, with like Shaddoll Fusion and stuff, because it allows you to just gain even more advantage and even more into your plays, and lets you do even more combos that you wouldn't normally do. We're also playing triple Shaddoll Hedgehog for, again, more consistency. You want to be playing this card for consistency purely because it will, when it's sent from when it's sent to the graveyard, it will be searching a Shaddoll card, or a Shaddoll monster. And also, if you do draw this card and you don't have a Shaddoll Fusion, then you can always just set the Hedgehog, and then when it flips face up next turn, you get a Shaddoll Fusion. So you can have access into your Shaddoll Fusions, either L Shaddoll Fusion or just Shaddoll Fusion in general. You really do need this just for that aspect, because there are times where you won't have access into your Shaddoll Fusions, or you won't be able to draw into your Shaddoll Fusion, or you need an extra monster and you just need it to be able to combo off. And this is the card will just essentially allow you to get to that point. Now, we are also playing triple Shaddoll Sklammata. This is because this card just literally says, I'm going to deck fin more, allowing me to get to more resources a lot more quicker, and just fin through my deck to just get me better cards that I don't really need. Also, this is just a really nice card because of when you set it and it's flipped, it destroys a monster on the board, which can come up. It doesn't come up very often, but it can. We're also playing triple Shaddoll Beast. We're playing triple Shaddoll Beast because basically this card just says draw, and draw cards are always really nice. So I've been really liking this at free just because the extra draw card, plus when it's set and then flipped, you get to draw 2 and discard 1, allowing you to trigger other Shaddoll effects such as Sklammata, such as Hedgehog, and Shaddoll Wendy. We're also playing 2 Shaddoll Dragon, because Dragon is literally just send to graveyard, destroy back row, have free resources there. Also, flip, return a card to your opponent's hand, so very good there as well. We're also playing 1 Nal Shaddoll Aerial. Now, this card is actually really cool, being that it has the effect to essentially, if it's sent to the graveyard, you can banish 3 cards from either graveyard. So you're already having ways to remove your cards from your opponent's graveyard. But also it has an effect when it is flipped face up, it gets to special summon a Shaddoll monster from the banished zone. Now, this effect is actually very good because of there is a card in this deck that on your own turn allows you to banish a Shaddoll monster, and then flip this card up to basically special summon that Shaddoll monster back. So it just gives you more monsters, more access into other plays, and just allows you to go further into your combos as well. And this card has been really good for me. You only need 1 because you're going to be summoning it off Wendy if you do choose to do that. But this card has actually been working out really well for me, and I really do like where it's going in the testing. We're also playing one Shaddoll Falco because it's basically the same as Aerial, but it does it for Grave, and also it can summon itself back from the graveyard as well if sent by a Shaddoll, sent by an effect. We're playing one Trick Clown because it's our light target, and obviously it can just keep coming back to keep making more constructs to just give us even rank 4 plays as well, which is really, really nice. We're playing triple Ash Blossom because of going second build, we want to be playing hand traps. And triple Ash Blossom is just one of the most generic hand traps. That's all the monsters. You don't really need to be playing any other monsters. The ratio for monsters, I feel, is very good. Like, if you did want to change something, like, you could potentially add another Ariel, if you want to go for a going first build, because that can lead into, like, Totally Awesome plays. But I do like the build that I've kind of made here, and for going second, it actually does work really well. But for spells, we are playing triple Shaddoll Fusion. Opponent controls an extra deck monster, you get to send cards from your deck to the graveyard to fusion summon. As simple as that. We're playing triple L Shaddoll Fusion, because this card literally is a quick play fusion spell. Allows you to helps with your OTKs and anything along those lines as well. Also, on your opponent's turn, you can make Winder and also send Shaddoll cards like Aerial to essentially get rid of cards on your opponent's graveyard. We're also playing triple Super Polymerization because, that's a nice board you made. I play pretty much every attribute in my extra deck, so I'm going to steal that monster you have and make my own card, yeah? Sound good? Yeah, cool. Sounds good to me. We're also playing one Polymerization as well, just because I felt like you really do need to have those fusion spells in your opening hand, and I felt like playing 10 fusion spells would be better than playing 9, and honestly, having the Poly there at times is really, really good, so I decided to put in Poly, and it's been working really, really well, in terms of just consistency and stuff, so it does help and does come up. But for other spells, we're playing triple Allure of Darkness. Allure is just a really good card in general. You draw 2, banish 1, and honestly, with Aerial, you're gonna banish. You can summon back the card you banish anyway. So this card just kind of has a consistency, no, not consistency, has synergy with that as well, so that's just really, really nice. And we're also playing one Pot of Avarice, because, oh my god, you go through monsters in this deck so quick, and Pot of Avarice is just another way to recycle those monsters, so just very good there. One Foolish Burial to be able to send any Shaddoll monster to the graveyard to trigger effects, and one Emergency Teleport, because Ree is a psychic. This can summon this. Pretty good. But that's all the spells. For spells, honestly, lineup I'm perfectly happy with currently. I did test Desires. I felt like it always banished too many monsters, so I decided to cut it, but you could play Desires in this deck as well. But for traps, we are starting off with 3 evenly matched. This is a going second build, and evenly matched just gives you the extra kick to just deal with opponents' boards. Like, if you're up against a back row deck, you literally just drop the evenly, they lose all their cards. If you're up against a monster combo deck, this gets rid of all the cards. If you're up against Spiral, gets rid of all the cards. If you're up against Lunar Light, gets rid of all their cards. You get the point. Like, this card just deals with so many decks, and it just gives you so much utility. And it also deals with, like, heroes as well, because they 100% going to keep the Dark Claw. So this can kind of, like, just get rid of the problems on board, then you make a way to out the Dark Claw, which isn't hard because you literally just have to set a Shaddoll monster. And the final card we do play is Resh Shaddoll Incarnation. And this card is actually really good as well because it summons a Shaddoll monster from your graveyard in face-up or face-down defense position. But also, this is the card that will banish a Shaddoll card and itself to flip a face-down or set a face-up Shaddoll monster on the board. So basically what you do is you just send this with Construct, and then Construct gives you and then you're basically just going to link the Construct away with the Aerial on board that you've summoned when you sent Winty, and then you banish the Construct and banish this, flip the Aerial, and then you just summon back the Construct so you have like free resources. And also, if you do get into a point where you just want to keep summoning back monsters, you can literally just keep adding this back to your hand from your graveyard, keep summoning back Winders, keep summoning back Constructs, and just have infinite resources in that area as well. But that's the main deck. Main deck is pretty good from what my testing has been doing, and it's going very well in general, so I'm very happy with the main deck that I've kind of come up with. But for extra deck, let's get into that. We are starting off with one gravity controller. Now, this card is actually insane. Just having the ability to remove a window from the extra monster zone, just having the ability to remove a construct from the extra monster zone is absolutely insane. And this card, oh my lord, helps so much because of that. Like, just being able to add back a Shaddoll fusion from the graveyard, an L Shaddoll fusion, being able to just summon this to clear the spot, to like make an Xyz monster, and then like set an L Doll fusion to then fusion this way into a window. Honestly, absolutely insane card in general, and honestly, when Master of 5 comes out, this card is going to be infinitely less good, but I'm still going to play this in Shaddolls, because this card is actually just so good in Shaddolls. Like, it's not even a joke. Like, stuff like Shaddolls, Burning Abyss, this card is insane. We also play one Cross Sheep. This card is just insane as well. It literally says, fusion summon, especially when you special summon a fusion monster, this card's arrow, you summon a level 4 or lower from your graveyard. Summon back the Trick Clown, summon back the Aerial, summon back any Shaddoll monster or any hand trap from your graveyard. Free resources from there, absolutely insane. We also do play one Nightmare Phoenix for back row removal, just for that reason. One Boral Load, because Boral Load is just a really good card to get over boss monsters, and I felt like I needed that kind of way to get over opponents' cards, and this card is just a nice way to do it, especially cards like Avramax and stuff around. One Boral Sword for potential OTKs. One Abyss Dweller, because it's like, we can make this turn one very, very, very easy, so if we're forced to go first, we literally just make Dweller and watch our opponents suffer. We are also playing, for the actual Shaddoll fusions, 2 El Shaddoll Winder, with that new artwork. Like, honestly, this artwork is really nice, guys. I like this artwork. Basically, you want to be playing 2 of this, because this card just says your opponent can't special summon more than once. And 2 of this card is good because of that. Simple as that. We play one El Shaddoll Grista. Basically, we're playing this because we play Ash Blossom. If we are forced to go first, then we can just literally make this and negate an inherent summon our opponent makes. So it's just like an additional kind of protection against our opponent, and it's just really nice to have that at times. We play one of the new El Shaddoll Apocalone. I hope I pronounced that right. And the main reason we're playing one of this is because literally it's here so we can gravity control, summon it, go into gravity controller, send this to grave, search any Shaddoll card, discard a card. That's literally the only reason I play this card. It's nice having the negate at times, but honestly, I mainly use it just for the second effect that says, oh, I'm going to search any Shaddoll card in my deck. Pretty good. But yeah, that's like the main reason of this. Free Shaddoll Construct, because she's best mummy. Like, come on, man. Like, look at her. Look at her. She literally says, I'm just going to do all my Shaddoll plays. And, like, you can't even attack into me with your special summoned ass. Because I'm literally just going to be like, oh, I punch it to death. Sick. Like, honestly, though, she is, like, the best, like, Shaddoll monster, and 3 is, like, the correct number, in my opinion. You can cut 1 if you feel like 2 is enough, but currently, I feel like 3 is the number that I want to go with, and I'm just happy with this number overall at the current moment. And the final 2 cards in my extra deck, 2 Starving Venom, Fusion Dragon, because honestly we're playing triple Shaddoll, triple Super Polymerization, and being able to just steal 2 Dark Monsters is not a bad thing, so playing 2 Starving Venom is not bad at all, and I've found it to be very useful at times, so it's actually, I'm actually very happy with it. But guys, that's the deck profile. I've honestly been working quite a bit to make this deck as good as I possibly can. I've been really enjoying myself testing it out, trying to see what I can do with it, and I feel like the going second build is probably the best way to go with it. Obviously there are other builds you could play. You could play like the Invoked build, you could play a going first build with like Dangers, you could play a Totally Awesome build, but I think I prefer this build for now, just because going second is really strong, especially in this kind of deck, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. So, guys, tell me what you think of this deck profile in the comment section below. Are you going to try Shaddolls out? Are you going to try this deck list out? Or are you going to try a going first build out instead? I might have a going first. I might make a going first build if you guys want a going first build. If this video hits, say, 50 likes, I'll make a going first build, because there are ideas for me for a going first build I'm already having, but I'm really enjoying this build right now, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. But if this video does hit 50 likes, I will make a going first build. If I see the 50 likes, going first build incoming. But guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to check out the Twitch in the description below. I stream Monday, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. Tuesdays is always like video games, and the other 2 days are like casual play and competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! So hopefully you can tune into that. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe on this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Don't forget, Mummy is back. Later all.